Hello and welcome to this new video. My name is Renald Limousin. I'm the Senior Sales Engineer at Netally for the EMEA region. Today's video is going to be on the discovery application that you will find on the following devices listed underneath: the AirCheck G3, Linkrunner 84000, the Linkrunner 10 gig, Etherscope NXG, and Cyberscope CER and XRF model. So the discovery application will create an inventory of the devices on your network along with the attributes. So you will have the device types, names, addresses, interfaces, VLAN resources, and any other connectivity or associated devices on that network. The discovery uses the Ethernet, fiber, and Wi-Fi to find, classify, and display the details of network components. So the information provided by the discovery can actually include the IP address, BSSID, MAC address, device names, device connectivity, SNMP data, network problem, and interfaces details and statistics. So how do we actually get that information? Well, the devices are discovered via ARP and ping sweep. So it's a SNMP, DNS, MDNS, and BIOS query. And of course, a passive traffic monitoring. So discovery classify each device as it is found up to a maximum of 2,500. And other options, well, another feature that is very important when you run the discovery is that if there are any problem that has been detected, any warning or failure, those are color-coded and will be shown in the application. So it's very easy to actually troubleshoot and see exactly what's going on. So let's have a look on one of the devices that I have in here. So this is the Etherscope EXG 300, and let me come back one step here. This is the main, well, the main page of the Etherscope, and what I'm going to do here, I'm going to actually just click on Discovery, and Discovery will actually bring you everything that has been detected. So now, as I mentioned before, prior to actually look at the list of what is happening here, what do we have here? We need to actually go through some setup. So you go on the tree line on the top left corner here. You will go to the discovery settings. Here you can select if you have a device that does support Wi-Fi and wire, you can actually select any of the port that you have in here. If you only have Wi-Fi devices, obviously you will have Wi-Fi port and Wi-Fi management port shown. And if you have a device that do not have any Wi-Fi port, then you will have wired and wire management port to be selected. So when this is done, basically you go to the simple network management protocol in here, and you will enter and create all your community string. So we support, as you can see, a V1, V2, but also V3. And other things, so other feature that is great in here is that the SNMP query delay. So if you have devices that will be taking a longer than others to actually respond to that query, you can actually select here 1 or 5 seconds to allow those devices to be listed as well. So there are no limit of how many community string can actually be created here, either public or private. To do so, you just click on the plus on the side here, and you enter all the necessary information in here. And when this is done, basically you just come back one step, and you will be able, from here, to actually get the ARP sweep. All right, so if that is something that you want to change, per default is 50 milliseconds, you can actually change that. And you can also, if you want, get all the information from the AP grouping rules. We can actually, I made another video on this, so with a bit more details. But basically, this is what you have done here. When I say millisecond, it's actually 50 seconds on the top here on the ARP sweep. Now, all of those has been found after the query that has been sent, and every single devices have responded. Every single device is on my network, okay? So we have name here, but we can also expand and go to problem. And what I mentioned before, that is color-coded, you have here warning, And if they have some issue that was found that has been resolved, that will be in green. And every, devices that will be shown in red is a failure. So you can actually all open any of them, go to the problem section, and here you will have the problem description on the top, and on the below the recommendation of how to actually solve that specific issue that has been found. When this is done, let me go back to name here. You can select any of those. So you have the device type here, the IP address, and so on. So let me go back to name here. Now, I can also, when I'm doing some specific troubleshooting, I can go to the device type here and select the device type that I want to have on the top of that list. So if I take, for instance, routers, and I come back one step, you can actually see discovery 7/2034. So the 7 devices that has been found will be listed on the top, and I can have access directly to them. And as you can see, one of them has got a warning. So let's open it. And you have on the top once more the problem description, this SNMP, and then you have the analysis and a recommendation on the below here. So it's very nice and easy for an engineer or technician responsible for network to actually identify right away what is the issue and how to solve those issues. So let me take this away now. You can create the filter to narrow down the devices that you are looking for in here. So there is devices type, problems that is there, authorization, IPv4, v6, VLAN, SSID, band, and channel. What you can also do, when the discovery has been completed, you can upload that result into your Link Live account. And in Link Live, you will go to the analysis, just on the side here. You will go to select analysis. I created a folder that I call demo all. So let me open this one. And here, you can get the whole topology of that specific network that has been uploaded here. So let me change the view to make it more clear and simple to look at. It will take a few seconds. And I will here go to the network that's called unknown switch number 10, just on the side here. So it will you will need a few seconds to actually refresh the page. And this is what you will have here. Now, what I can do, I can add information on the wireless connectivity or connection that you have, and also wire connection. So if I select VLAN, if I select the port, the speed, and the plex, you will have all that information shown on the devices in here. And notice that one is actually in yellow here and has reported a problem. So what you can actually do basically here, you can actually open any of them and be able to actually understand and see if any problem has been found, what are the problems. You also have the VLAN information, you have the interfaces information, and also addresses in here. So basically, instead of doing the filtering from the device, that can be done if this is necessary, you can actually do it directly in Link Live. What I like myself is to actually grab all that information at once and troubleshoot all the issue directly from my Link Live account when I can actually create all the filtering in here. In my view, this is probably the best way to do it, but everybody has a different way. So this is basically how to use the discovery, how you set it up, and how you can actually upload this to Link Live. Now, another thing is you can see here, it says problem settings. So before you actually go to the problem listed in here, and you can actually see warning, resolve, and failures, those will need to actually be set up in here. So on the problem settings, I will go to network problem. And here, this is what I am looking for. So I want to be warned if there are some bad subnet mask. This is a failure. If there is a duplicate IP address, I also want to actually have that information together with the max of client SSID and so on. So this is where I will spend a little bit of time to actually do and create all those thresholds on my wire network, but also Wi-Fi. And when this is done, I will rerun the discovery with those added, and then every single time a problem will actually be shown, it will be tagged to what I have selected in those threshold. So I hope that helps. It's quite straightforward, and you can just set up that device, which is the Etherscope NXG that we have in here. You also have the Cyberscope, as I mentioned before. Bear in mind that some devices will only provide you with the information of the discovery for the Wi-Fi part, the other with the wire part, and some of other devices from Netally will provide you with both information. If you want to have more information about the Netally products, you can go to our website. And I mentioned before the Link Runner 10 gig and Link Runner 4000. If you want to have a comparison chart of those devices, so let's go down here and we go to the model comparison. You will have the 83,000, so Link Runner 83,000 or Autotest 3000, the Link Runner 84,000, and the 10 gig in here. And you can actually scroll down and find all the differences. You can do exactly the same with the Cyberscope. So if I scroll down in here, you have the model comparison. And as I mentioned before, you have the Cyberscope C Control Edition, the Cyberscope R, and Cyberscope XRF. All the differences and comparison chart is available in here. So I hope this is helpful, and I will see you again in another video. Thank you very much for watching.